We are super excited to be here. I am Josue. This is my lovely wife.
Yarixa.
And this is the
Wild Roots Podcast.
Episode 1. This is our introduction.
Yeah.
And on this podcast, we are going to cover topics like health, consciousness, conspiracies, and so much more.
Yeah, so for this episode, though, we're just going to introduce ourselves. And we are going to talk a little bit about how we met.
Yeah. It was an interesting scenario of how we got here.
Yeah.
So when I first started seeing you was actually through a friend on his Instagram. That's my first time that I saw you. I had no idea we were going to meet one day. But as it happens that they were hanging out and they were going to be passing through where I lived. And then so my friend hits me up and asks if it's all right if they stop by to check out the garden on their way back from wherever they were going. So, of course I said that, yeah, you guys could come through. Just let me know when that is. And then a couple days went by, so I wasn't really sure. But where did you guys go?
We went to Utah. So we started in Arizona. We were camping in Arizona. And then from there we went to Utah and stayed there for the night. And then after that we came over here. We went to the hot springs, kind of close by.
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes away from here.
So yeah, and on our way to Santa Barbara. So we were passing by. And we called you.
Yeah. And I just got done making my dinner. So I was like, I should have made him food. He didn't give me that much of a heads up. Because since we all eat 100% plant-based, it would have been nice with a little more heads up time, so I could have made you guys some food. But, I was like, oh, for sure. I stopped doing what I was doing and went out there to greet you guys. You weren't completely ready to meet me yet, though.
Because we just came from the hot springs, so I was in my bikini dress, and I was like, "Oh, I need to put my pants on because it's kind of rude if I just go in my bikini dress." And then he was like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." I was like, "No, it does. It's rude. So let me put my pants on." Yeah. So I did, and then he started walking towards the car, and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, so I realized she wasn't ready yet, so I backed out. And as I moved away from the car, I decided to ask my friend at that moment if, you guys were dating or what was the whole deal. And he said no, that you guys were just friends, that you were just cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, didn't think too much of it. And then, once she was ready, I introduced myself. She introduced herself to me. When my first impression, when she told me her name, I was like, what? I had to have her repeat it. And then I didn't know what she was at first.
Yeah, like race.
Race-wise. Because, I'm Mexican. She ends up being Mexican, too.
Yeah.
But at first I wasn't really sure because her accent and her name, I was like, okay, this is different, but it was cool to see you for the first time. I've only seen you on Instagram before that, and then at that point, did you already see how I look like? Or
I think so. Yeah, I knew you were, my friend's friend.
Yeah.
And I seen you like sparring.
You saw me sparring before?
Well, in your videos.
Oh, that's what's up.
And then I seen your profile. I think by this time, have you gone live with him?
No, I hadn't gone live with him yet.
Or maybe he would share your business page.
Oh, yeah, sometimes he would repost some of my stuff.
I don't know, but I think I did see you before I met you.
So you want to go stalk on my page?
Not stalk, but like I did see you.
She went back a bit.
I think also he would show me like, he's alkaline and he fights or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. And all you knew is I had a garden that you were down to come see, pretty much.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, mostly all I knew was that you fought, and then he said he had a garden.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, so let's go see the garden.
Yes, I started showing them around a bit. And just showed them around the garden, the different trees and plants I had. I know I still had like watermelon growing at the time and
Yeah.
different things. I was like, since we didn't talk about it too much beforehand, I wasn't exactly sure how long you guys were gonna stay or like
Yeah.
if I should invite you guys to like smoke or exactly what to do.
It was a little awkward, I think. But I think, I mean, I don't know. I just think, well, because you guys are friends, but not like an everyday friend, right?
Yeah.
Like,
No, we just had hung out one time before.
yeah. So I think it was a little awkward because we didn't really know. Well, I didn't know. I thought you guys were like really close friends to where like, I don't know. It was kind of weird. I thought it was a little bit like, oh, okay, well, I guess. Because I am the type of person that's like, let's hang out. Let's do something, you know? But then like you guys were kind of on the same page as we're just passing by, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure. I mean, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like, oh, let's go inside and stuff. Like.
And I can't remember if we were on a deadline, too. Like, if we had to get back to Santa Barbara at a certain time. So,
yeah.
Might have.
So they didn't stick around too long. We got to talk a little bit. I gave them some burdock root.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. That was so good. That was my first time ever eating them, the burdock. Like, it was raw, and it was just like you cut it in little circles.
Yeah.
So they were like chips. And I was like eating them, and I wasn't driving. I don't think I was driving. So then I was just eating them, and you already know how I get. I like block out, or what would you say the word is?
Blackout.
I black out when I'm eating. So I'm like eating it, and I'm like, oh shoot. You know what? You better take this away from me because I'm about to eat the whole bag.
I thought you guys were just going to use it for tea. That was what I was thinking. Like, oh, here's a bag. Make a few teas out of it.
Oh.
But you guys just went raw.
Yeah, we ate it.
So.
Well, because you said your friend told you that you could eat it.
Yeah, she ate it raw. But I never ate it raw before that. After you guys ate it raw, I was like, all right, I got to try it because why is everyone eating it raw?
Oh.
And I didn't like it that much. I was like, oh, okay.
Really?
I'm going to make teas instead. Or cook. I cooked some too.
Oh, you cooked it?
I cooked some with some oyster mushrooms and some purple onions in sesame seed oil. Oh, that was bomb. That was bomb. So I had them cooked. I did try them raw, but I don't know what you guys were talking about of it being that good.
Oh, well, I thought it was so bomb. I was like, oh, okay. But anyways, so.
I wanted to give them something to leave with. So I guess if I would have prepared more, I would have offered you guys some meal because I did have a big bowl of food, but it was just enough for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have split it in smaller portions, I guess, looking back at it. But I was pretty hungry. I worked out earlier that day and stuff, so
yeah,
I was pretty hungry. But so that was our first time meeting. I got a good.
And that was on my birthday week.
It was your birthday week. It was in October, which is also my birthday month.
Yeah.
Your birthday week. And yeah, it was. I got a good impression the first time. It wasn't too much. I know we didn't talk like a whole lot. Part of the reason too, because like I wasn't sure what was going on with you and our friend, if you guys were more of a thing, so I didn't want to like try getting to know you too much yet.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, even though he said you guys are just friends, guys say that sometimes and they're still trying to do something, so
they're still trying. Wow.
But I definitely thought you were very pretty when I first saw you. Because even on Instagram, I was like, oh, I was happy for him. I was like, oh, he found himself a cute alkaline girl, like damn, that's what's up. You know, I didn't know there was too many out there. So the fact that he found one was really cool. He found you for me.
That's what it turned out to be.
That's what it turned out to be. So after that first meeting, we didn't really talk too much. You did follow me. Oh, so okay. So then I don't remember exactly how long after.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe a couple weeks to a month afterwards.
Yeah.
Me and my friend went live on Instagram, and she hopped on.
Yeah.
So she was listening to us talk, and then after that is when you started following me.
Yeah, I followed you after that. But we were just following each other. Because then you followed me back.
Yeah, I followed you back.
But we didn't talk still. Till January.
Yeah. And then what changed in January, you know, it was good timing. Because, you know, I ended up, well, since I had already been following her for a bit, seeing what she was about, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, she's into some conspiracies. She's, you know, against mask and all this other stuff that I'm also against. She's obviously alkaline, so we're eating the same and everything. So I wanted to see, you know, what level she was on. So I sent her this video of my friend Dean Clifford. And, you know, he's talking about different things like communities and anti-government stuff. And, you know, so if you kind of vibe with that video, then I kind of get a feel of where you're at. So I sent it to her. Well, I asked you if you were open to watching a video. And then, so you're like, yeah, but are we going to talk about it? And I was like, yeah, sure. We could talk about it after you watch it. So
because I talk a lot. Well, I just thought it was kind of weird that he was sending me a video, because I was like, what kind of video could it be? And like, okay, but like, are we gonna talk about it? Because if not, then I'm wasting my time watching this video, you know?
Yeah, it was like a two-hour video, I think.
Yeah.
So she watched it though really fast, actually.
Well, it took me like 3 days.
That's pretty fast.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I think our friend took like a week before. He's like, oh, it's really long. I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, so, I mean, that's not too bad. So, we end up, she told me that she watched the video, and she asked me if we were going to talk on the phone or if I wanted to talk on email.
Yeah. Well, because Instagram, come on. Like, the little messages, like, I was not about to be sending little messages.
Yeah. So we ended up hopping on the phone. And that night that we got on the phone.
Which, by the way, you gave me the wrong time to call me.
Did I?
Or you called me really late.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I told you a certain time, but I ended up getting later.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I guess he's not going to call. And then when you were like, can I call you still? Because, like, it was hella late.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so we ended up talking, and then we
first didn't sleep.
Conversation was, 5 hours?
Yeah, 5 hours.
5 hours long. So obviously we kind of had some chemistry off the bat.
Yeah.
We were talking a lot, and then the next day, well, that night, I was like, can I call you tomorrow?
Yeah.
And she said, yeah. So I think for the next 3 days, we ended up talking on the phone every night.
Yeah, we did. And we did not sleep at all.
Yeah, we didn't sleep much.
It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And we're like, oh, shoot, we already got to wake up. Because I have a son. It was a 3-year-old at the moment. And he was waking up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Jeez. Asking me for food and, you know, everything else that a little kid does. So I was like, I have to wake up in an hour. Like, I'm going to be tired.
You know, I have work and a bunch of stuff to do, but we still...
You even stayed up on Tuesday, now that I think about it. Because on Tuesdays, I wake up super early. Yeah, wakes up super early to, like, do his job for his business. Like, at 3 in the morning early.
Yeah.
You were late that day.
I probably, slept in a little longer, but not too much because it had to be done, but...
Well, we were still on the phone at 3 in the morning.
That's crazy.
So you were late. Because we were hanging up at like 5 or 6.
I mean, I guess that's what happens. you know. So yeah, and then I end up inviting her to
Over.
hang out with my family.
Yeah.
Only probably like a weekend
That's
still. Yeah,
Saturday.
that's Saturday, so we still hadn't known. And to my surprise, she said yes. I was like, damn, this girl must like me or something. She might at least interested into seeing what's up. Cause she came and I mean in person, we ended up falling in love really quick.
Yeah, he's saying that because I lived in Arizona and
Yeah.
he lives in California.
So that's a 5 hour drive easy.
Yeah, that
5 to 6
was,
hours.
yeah, 5 when you drive like me. But
So that's taking a risk right there.
and the day that he told me was like the day of.
The day before.
Oh yeah, the day before, but then the next day you were like, because I was thinking I was gonna come Saturday,
Yeah.
and
But no,
so
I wanted.
Friday he was like, you should leave at 6, or you need to leave at 6, or how did you say it?
Yeah, I said, you should leave by 6.
And I was like 6 in the morning tomorrow, or like 6 tonight, and you're like 6 tonight. I was like, oh, okay. So I, cancel my work, get all my stuff ready, and then leave at 6. But I thought it was so weird that he was telling me to leave at 6 because that's 5 hour drive. So that means
Yeah.
like I was gonna get here around 11.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does he want me there at night? Oh heck no.
That's just because 11 was around the time my daughter goes to sleep. So I wanted, I didn't want you to meet everybody yet.
Yeah. So I get here.
Yeah, take a risk, right? Coming all this way just to meet me, you don't really know.
And then I had to tell my
much.
mom because I was living with my mom, and I'm like, I just met this guy, but I'm gonna go to his house. We're gonna go see his microgreen room.
That's what you told her?
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't lie, so that's good.
Yeah, because I did go see his microgreen room. And I saw how everything works, which is like, that's his business.
Yeah. So we end up having a good night. We chilled and talked for a bit.
Yeah, we talked for a little bit, and then he went to the bathroom, and I was like, this is my chance. Get tucked into the bed. Oh, because he had like 3 beds in the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, if he thinks he's gonna sleep with me, he's not.
I didn't think. That's why I was like, you could have whatever bed.
Because at the moment I was celibate too, and like I was super anti everything, kissing, everything, because the whole C word.
Yeah.
Going around, and
I mean, I just wanted a hug.
Yeah, we hugged
to finish the night.
Oh yeah, I was like, what? Really? Okay, because like I'm a hugger. So that was kind of weird. But then we're the same sign, so it makes sense. Like we literally show love kind of the same way, huh?
Yeah, very
similar.
Pretty much similar, other than the fact that obviously I'm a man and you're a female, so
yeah,
we enjoy it a little differently, but we want it kind of in the same way.
Yeah.
So the next day we end up going over to my brother's house and his wife's house, and we all get together and have a ceremony. And to say the least, it went really well.
Yeah.
Like, I got to hear you talk a lot.
Oh, I was talking a lot. That's kind of embarrassing. But it was just funny because, like, I would like, oh my God, I'm talking a lot. And then everybody in the room was like, everybody in the room was like, keep talking. And I was like, whoa, this is the first time somebody tells me to keep talking. Okay, yeah. I got this.
We're enjoying it, and we got to spend some time together. I got to see you interact with my family, my brother and his wife, my daughter, and I really loved to see how you interacted with them, and you guys all seem to be getting along really well. And then when we got to spend some time, just you and me, towards the end of the night, that's when we really just clicked.
Yeah.
And realize that we were pretty much perfect for each other.
Well, in the sense that we had the same goals.
We had very similar goals.
And we had already started on those goals,
Yeah.
but in a different way.
Different pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
But we saw the big picture very similar.
Yeah.
Like almost like exact.
Yeah.
So we're like, damn, what's going on here? And then obviously we're attracted to each other physically. And yeah, we basically, I tried saying some corny things to her and they seemed to work because she was like, so are we getting married tomorrow or what? And I was like, yeah. Yes, I'm down.
Yeah.
Super down.
So I still don't know if he was joking or not, though. Because, I mean, it seemed kind of like, okay, wait, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
But then the next day, no, that day. No, the next day.
It's the next day.
We came home, or to your home.
Yeah. Yes.
And then we talked about it more seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. We decided, well, that, because you ended up staying like a whole another extra day, I think.
Yeah.
And then, so we had time to talk about it and see if we were really serious about how we felt. And then we talked about being exclusive.
Yeah.
So we agreed to being exclusive.
Even though we were going to be like in a long distance relationship.
Yeah. But you were worried about if I had been sleeping around or, what my situation was prior. But I'm a good boy, so I wasn't doing anything crazy before.
We're going to trust that.
So it was all good. We the stars aligned. And we decided to give it a shot. And then things kind of just happened quickly.
Yeah. So we were going to get married. Okay, so then we actually decided we are going to get married. Yeah. We were going to get married in October. Because that's what it gives us enough time to get everything together. I mean, a marriage is a wedding is kind of like...
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And then you were living in a whole other state.
Yeah, and then, like, also we have kids, so we wanted them to, like, be okay with it, and then... But then what happened?
Well, I think both of our parents were kind of like...
Oh, yeah, because my dad... So then my dad was like... Because I told my mom about him, and I was like, oh, my goodness, look at this. Check this out. I left thinking I was going to go see his microgreen room. I came back in love. Is this crazy? And she's just like, what? And then so I tell her, how he is, what his goals are, how he is, and everything. And then she's just like super excited for me.
Yeah.
Like she was so excited. She goes and tells my dad, which I had not talked to about it yet.
Yeah.
And then my dad, one morning, he's like, oh, so you met a guy? And I was like, oh, my mom would, like she would. And he's like, why are you guys, he's like, you guys are both adults. Like, why are you wasting time? Stop playing. Just get married already. And I was just like, oh, okay. Because that's the first time my dad ever in my whole entire life says that. Like, he's never approved of anybody, like,
and he hasn't even met me yet, so that was
at
that point, so that was cool.
Yeah, but I think in their mindset was like, where's she gonna find another alkaline guy?
Yeah.
And then they also liked that you were like Mexican and spoke Spanish.
Oh yeah, so that is a good way to bring up the fact that she had a list of what she needed a man to be like to be worthy of her, of her basically.
And this time I was like, I'm not settling down, you know?
You had told your parents about that list?
Oh, I told everybody about this list because I was like, if you see someone that you think might,
fit this,
let me know because it's a very specific list, And every single person was like, you are crazy. Like, you're never going to find that.
Yeah. And that's funny because I had a list too. Mine wasn't as strict as hers. Or detailed or however you want to put it,
Yeah, well.
but I mean, I knew what I wanted to though, you know, and I'm guessing that's why your parents were like, oh well, shit, yeah, go ahead and marry him because he seems to check everything off your list,
Yeah,
and you
and
were
he did check everything on my list and more. Like there are some things that I
and
wasn't
more.
very specific on, but then you were it, you know?
Mm.
And I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy wild."
So it's funny too because we talked about it and we were like, we were both kind of in the space mentally where we're like, all right, we're not gonna settle for anything other than this, but we're okay with just being single
Yeah, for the
and
rest of our lives really.
for
Like
who knows when. You know,
yeah.
I wasn't looking for some like I didn't think I was gonna find anyone anytime soon, so I was like, even if I'm like 31, I don't care. Like I'm just gonna focus on what I'm doing, and then just see what kind of happens.
Yeah.
You know, but I wasn't expecting you to just fall in my lap, like into my garden.
Yeah, I was thinking for sure, like, I'm not even trying to date anybody right now till I am 31. That's the.
Mm.
I was thinking, like, okay, once I turn 31, then maybe I can start looking. But for now, I'm just going to work on myself. What I was doing was just acting like I was a wife already and, like, you know, like taking care of my son. I'm just gonna really focus all my energy on my son and my parents because my parents have been, you know, my rock.
Yeah.
And then I feel like even though I do appreciate them a lot, like I wanted to really appreciate them, you know?
Yeah.
So I was just focused on them and my brother and my
Yeah.
brother and my son.
Yes. So after our last relationships, we kind of decided,
Yeah.
like, oh, let's just focus on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we became the people that we were kind of looking for
Yeah.
as well.
Exactly.
So that's why our energies match so well because we're like, damn, we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to be conscious people. We're trying to be super healthy in a dying world. Like, we're trying to do all these things. She wanted to start a garden. I already had a garden. You know, I wanted land. She already had land. Like,
yeah.
So things just started really flowing together well to where, like, when we got together, our lives, you know, obviously your life changed more than mine because you moved over here.
Yeah. My life really changed.
But, like, as far as where we're going,
yeah.
it was kind of just like, all right, dude, let's just pick up where we're at and let's just keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really cool. And I think that's rare. And I think that's why, like, we took our relationship so serious.
Yeah. And I think that's another thing, too, that we both knew that a relationship is serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always wanted a wife and a family, like a serious one, and one that's going to stick together. Like, I wanted a ride or die chick more than anything. Like, someone who was seriously going to stick by my side and be there through thick and thin. Because, like, I've experienced my brothers being locked up in prison and stuff like that. And obviously, like, the life I live, even though I'm a good guy, I don't break any laws or anything. But I am, you know, anti-matrix. So you never know what's going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
Are they ever going to throw me in prison for something unjustified?
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
I would still want someone who's going to be there and who's going to believe me over anything. Like, oh, even if I end up in prison, you know it's not because I'm a bad person.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I didn't go and freaking do anything evil to end up there, you know.
Yeah.
So I always wanted a woman who I could trust that was still going to be there for me no matter what. Because, you know, when you start kind of changing the path that you're going on and going against the grain and going against the system, you don't know where the hell your life is going to end up, really. And I didn't want someone who would, like, get scared and then end up taking off.
Yeah.
Especially not with my kids.
Exactly. And I felt the same way. And I felt like I was always in a battle, you know?
Yeah.
Like I actually feel a lot more at ease right now, like now.
Yeah.
But when we first met, I was ready to go to battle.
Yeah. Well, you were constantly in different types of battles. And, you know, they tripped me out. And they definitely will probably get into some of the stories later in different episodes.
For sure.
But you were, once you started telling me, I was like, damn, you've been through a lot of different things where I was like, wow, like, I wish I was there for it because things would have played out differently, you know, but I mean, we're here now, and now you have someone who's more, I guess, stronger by your side. Someone
Yeah.
more who's really about, you know, this
Who
life
understands
and who
where I'm
understands.
coming from
Yeah,
and why I'm fighting all of this and
yeah,
why it's hard for me to just not fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. And now, um, if you can tell, we're gonna start a tribe of
Yeah.
warriors and of queens, and you know, people. We're gonna have a little tribe of fighters.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I think it's gonna be a fun ride. You guys are gonna be coming along with us now,
Yeah.
and this is really just the beginning of something a lot bigger than what it is now.
Yeah. A lot bigger. Yeah. It's a vision. It's we're going a lot faster than what we thought we were gonna be.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah,
In
it's
this
good.
day and age, you need speed because the system is going a lot faster.
Oh yeah,
Things
yeah.
are speeding up, and things are getting crazier every day. So you don't have a choice at this point. You know, at least I feel like it was like we got to get after it now, or else when
Yeah.
there's really no more time to waste, no more time to wait around and see what happens. It's more about like taking action and creating what it is that we're trying to build.
Yeah. Exactly. And we're doing a good job. I think everybody around us keeps telling us that. And I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, our relationship is obviously not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we still have down moments, but it's not like down, down. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I think, like, we matured so much that, like, we're able to fix our disagreement, because in reality they're just disagreements.
Yeah, and sometimes just miscommunications.
Yeah,
So
but we're able to be stronger after them.
yeah,
And it's only happened like maybe less than 4 times
yeah,
in this.
and we're still so new to each other.
I know.
It's still not even a year, guys.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a year, but we
Yeah.
haven't even been dating for a year. So
Yeah. Or married.
yeah,
Or
so
nothing.
we're still very new to each other. We went into it really fast.
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna have those bumps and everything, but at the end of the day, as long as we keep reminding ourselves of our vision and where we're going and why we have to get past the little problems that we have,
Yeah.
you know, it makes it a lot easier to continue.
And it's just because a lot of people are involved. Because
Yeah.
we both have kids. And there's just a lot of people. And then his family is also very united, just like my family is very united. So it's like we all got married.
Yeah.
Which
the
is
families-
awesome because our families got along really well.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm glad our families get along super well. And I'm glad your parents love me, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know my parents love you. My mom definitely loves you a lot because you speak Spanish. So to her, that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
She likes that I cook for him.
I like that too. Yeah, so it's gonna be a very interesting journey, and I'm super excited and happy that I'm sharing it with you, with someone
Thank
as
you.
amazing as you. Cause like I always saw myself doing this alone, and I was okay with that.
Yeah.
But doing it with a partner is so much better.
Oh, yeah.
And especially because now I get to build a family, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, this is definitely a lot better than what I imagined. Because I always thought community was so important, Like,
yeah,
community, like, come on, let's get people together. I just don't know the people, so this is where it was really hard for me.
yeah, it's harder to get strangers together,
Yeah.
and even friends, like,
Yeah.
because then life just happens, and they're like, you know what, I'm gonna go do this thing, and that person's gonna go
Yeah,
do that
and
thing.
I think also as a woman is harder because it's like sometimes you're just trying to get a community together, but it's like people expect a certain thing from you. Like, whether it be a relationship or whatever. And then if you don't want to give them that, then you know what, we can't be friends, sort of thing. And it's like, what? Why?
Yeah. I mean, but even as a guy, it's hard. It's just hard to find in your community no matter what.
Well, yeah, when you're so specific, like,
Yeah.
yes, like
Yeah.
how we are.
But-
And then a lot of people say yes, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. And then it's just the action part that.
Yeah, that's like really hard because it's change.
Yeah. I mean, because it is hard to bring together a community because you guys have to be living by certain guidelines, and not everyone is going to want to live within those guidelines. But I think there's a area where you could kind of meet, you know, it isn't like, we don't need people to eat exactly like us to be part of it. But there is certain standards. Obviously, like things like pedophilia.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
You know, things like that, like killing, stealing, basically all the spiritual laws that you're going to find in the Bible, you know, in the Bhagavad Gita, all these different things, the simple natural laws. Like, that's it.
That's it.
The natural laws.
Like like, are you going to be for God or are you going to be for the opposite?
Yeah.
Which
you could say the devil.
Evil. Yeah.
And we're both about being for the Most High.
Yeah.
And, you know, living a good life and meeting people who also want to do the same. But it's good to create those people, you know, too.
Yeah.
'Cause for a while, I was at the point where I was like, you know, I'm good with my one daughter. But then once I really started seeing the evil in the world and how bad they want to split the family and, you know, destroy the family unit, I was like, damn, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like, raising a family with a strong man and a strong woman, and they're both connected to God directly.
Yeah.
So, and then raising children in that same way, I realized how important that was. And I was like, damn, you know what? I gotta have more kids. I wasn't thinking 10 kids.
I was thinking 10 kids.
But now I'm not opposed to it. You know, I'm willing to lead as many children as the Most High decides to allow us to have.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's a lot. Hopefully it's a lot of boys too. But, you know, I'm good either way. But, you know, obviously I want my boys. I have a daughter. She has a son. You know, I want more boys though. More warriors. And we'll see what we get. With this baby, we don't even know what it is. We want, damn, it's like right there.
Yeah, he's moving.
He's moving a lot.
That's his butt. Spanky.
So we don't know what we're having. We wanted this one to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Maybe the future kids we will decide to
know,
because it's kind of crazy not knowing this
long.
It
is pretty crazy.
You know, people don't know what kind of
everybody's guessing, and I'm like, it's a boy. It better be a boy.
We're hoping it's a boy.
Yeah.
So you guys get to find out with us.
I'm already a boy mom, like I already know. But then it's gonna be different too because, well, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I was a single mom, but like he still has his dad. Yeah. But like he's more like me.
Your son.
Yeah, my son.
Yeah.
So he's very emotional.
He's very sensitive.
Yeah.
Being around me, you can't help but toughen up a bit.
So it's gonna be a little different, I think. Like,
and then plus, no offense, but these kids are gonna have my genes, so it's gonna be a lot different from the back. Because you know, this baby's already kicking strong, hitting strong. You know, and I've been training martial arts for over 13 years now. Yeah. So all that training that I built into my DNA, all the working out and the fighting, the detoxing, the everything, the eating healthy for as long as I've been eating healthy now. Now this baby gets to reap those benefits.
Yeah. And I've been eating healthy for 6 years now.
And she's been healthy for 6 years now. So
So
This baby is going to be pretty
like,
unique.
yeah,
You know, we didn't grow up like that.
no.
Our parents were
My
eating.
son is,
Yeah, your son is.
but I had just cleansed myself when I had him.
Yeah.
So it's different
This
because
one's further along now.
yeah, 6 years in.
Yeah. But we didn't, what I was saying is that we didn't grow up like that.
Oh,
We
no,
both
no.
have Mexican backgrounds, so
Yeah.
you know what that means. Burritos, pan dulce,
Oh yeah.
coffee, lots of, well, my parents always drink.
Oh yeah, my parents drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah. And just tacos.
Oh yeah, tacos. Oh, tacos. Some things
So,
never change.
yeah.
Quesadillas.
So, unfortunately, our parents weren't too health conscious, so it took us a while to
Yeah.
get there for ourselves.
Yeah.
But now, every kid that we have from now on is going to have a different starting point
Yeah.
than we did, which I think is an awesome
And it's going to be healthier and healthier. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, my son, he's my first son that I'm trying to raise healthy, you know? And he's doing a pretty good job.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah, he is. Like,
because you don't even have to be around anymore. It's pretty
Yeah.
impressive. Like you
he's
can't,
4 now.
Yeah, like you can't offer the kid candy and he's just gonna take it from
Yeah.
anyone. Like he's like, no, I don't eat that. Or is it
Yeah.
alkaline? He'll ask his mom.
Yeah.
You know, he'll ask them, but then he doesn't believe him, so he'll go ask his mom,
Yeah.
like, just to be sure. You
Yeah.
know? So it's awesome. She did, and that's one of the things that really attracted me to you was seeing how great of a mom you were.
Oh.
Because obviously I was looking for a great mom. Like I need someone who's going to be a great mom to my kids, to my children. So that's one of the things I was like, damn. When I saw how good Junior was, how smart he was, and how how well he ate and how much he enjoyed eating healthy.
Oh, yeah, he enjoys it.
I was like, wow, she's doing something really awesome. Because I didn't think his dad had too much to do with it, even though I was like, I'm sure, he helps obviously a lot.
He tries, yeah.
He's trying. So
Yeah.
But I knew it was mostly, I could see your kid was you. I was like, they act the same. He's like saying all the same things. And
Yeah.
so I was like, she's doing a great job. Yes, I want to put babies inside of her.
And I was like, yes, I'm ready. Because I want to be a mom of 10.
Yeah, so we're excited about
we
where
are.
our lives are going. And we're excited to be sharing a lot more now.
Yeah.
Starting with this episode, we're gonna continue to share more of our lives with you guys and continue telling different stories and
Our opinions, sharing our opinions.
sharing a lot of our
things.
opinions and a lot of what we know, not just opinions, but what we actually know.
Yeah.
And also our vision, because that's very important for us to focus on, because we know where we are going, and we're definitely going to be showing you guys where we're going, and not just telling you guys about it, but living it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think this was a great first episode.
It was.
I had a lot of fun right now getting to reflect on our first meeting and everything, because it was something special, and I think everyone around us saw that something special was happening.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the cool part.
Yeah, that was a really cool part.
Like
our parents were even talking about it, like when we were not there.
Yeah, we weren't there, and they were just like, wow, this all feels like a dream. You
Yeah.
know? And we thought we were just living in the dream, but then we realized our whole family was kind of dreaming with us, so it makes it that much more special.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm gonna cry.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah. So please subscribe, comment, and share.
Yes, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because we're going to be posting every week.
Yeah.
And sometimes more. So stay tuned, stay blessed, and see you soon.
See ya.